Good morning. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of game hunting today. Not 100% awake this morning. I kept waking up due to my my wife's numerous alarm clocks on her phone. Which leads me to the first question of the day. How many alarms does it take for you to get out of bed? I was always the kind of person where I only needed one. She needs 12. So, first question of the day. How many does it take for you to get out of bed? But, nope. Gonna be a little bit of a budgeted day, so I'm not gonna be doing a ton of spending. I do have a PS2 here that I'm gonna be delivering to a fellow YouTuber. I'll tell you who that is a little bit later. That's if he's still able to today. We will see. So I'm gonna stop at the bank and maybe grab a coffee, and then get the camera rolling again when I find something else. So see you in a little bit. Alright, so we're at the first garage sale of the day. It's actually a few on this street. Didn't look these up ahead of time. Everything from this day forward is pretty much just going to be a blind shot in the dark, in the shadows, because I have no idea what has what. This is really just going out and having a good time, seeing what's out there, trying to find something. Before I go out, I just want to say one thing. Like I'm a very cheap, frugal buyer because me and my wife are we're definitely budgeted people. And with mandatory health care, and yes, it is mandatory, it definitely takes a little bit out of our budget. However, I do have some wiggle room on spending, and whatever we don't do garage sailing, we'll probably end up doing it like some small mom and pop game store. But goal for today is to find maybe some Super Nintendo games and some box Genesis games. I do see they have free golf balls over there, so I will be getting that on the way back because I do like to play golf. Alright, so I'll see you back in a little bit, and hopefully I'll find something. Kind of a bust up here, 3 or 4 garage sales. Didn't find a single game, which is fine. I kind of went a little out of my way on this one. Wasn't really a good sign. I was seeing DVDs marked up at 5, if not more. The only thing I found that was somewhat gaming related was one of those third-party Sega Genesis controllers with like the AV outputs that you can plug right into your television. So yeah, probably gonna head back into Cicero Clay area and see what I can find there. Hopefully when I get back I'll actually have something. So yep, hopes are still high. It's still pretty early. Kind of hoping we find something soon, and just stay tuned. So just a quick recap. I've stopped at a couple of places. I ended up getting a couple of games from a Pawn King. Got them for $5 each. I'll show them off in the video later with everything else I've gotten lately. I actually just found a lot of other not video game exactly, like some magazines, a player's guide, and some cool stuff I found along the way. But so far it's looking to be kind of bare bones out here, especially where I am. The guy over at Pawn King was telling me that it's like virtually impossible out here to collect because everyone out here does. So it's somewhat discouraging. Will it stop me? No, but I guess I'll be more likely to probably be ordering stuff online from now on from Amazon. But not nearly done. Gonna stop at a few more places and hopefully meet up with the guy later for the PS2. Maybe not. We will see. So see you in a bit. Hey everybody. Probably gonna be my last stop of the day right here. It's pretty much been a bust most of the day. I went to at least 10 different garage sales, as well as having to stop and do errands along the way. I found some cool stuff. I wouldn't call it today a home run, but I did manage to find some pretty interesting stuff today. I did get a couple of games. I'm going to take one last sweep around this Thrifty Shopper right near my house, and then I'm probably going to call it, and that's going to do it. And Yep, and we'll see you at the video showing up what we got. So that's gonna about do it for the hunting today. As you can see, I'm in the man cave, the game room. I got Pandora down there. Jeez, you are so adorable. So yeah, not like it's found something at Thrifty Shopper. You'll see it at the end. So I kind of run into this problem, and I'm sure everyone who has a game room understands. I mean, for a spare bedroom slash office slash game room, I'm running into this problem where it's just like there's just like crap everywhere, especially my desk. Like, I got these 4 that I'm getting ready to send out to someone. I got all these comics with 0 organization. I got that full of cables. Oh my God. I have, and it's just stuff just spewing out everywhere. So that would be my last question. My second question, my last question of the day is, does anyone really have like a set day to organize or clean their game cave, or as I like to call it, the fortress of attitude? Because you get people in here playing, and eventually you're gonna have someone that's gonna have a bad attitude. But I'm thinking that time's coming. I think it'll end up happening on Monday, so we will see. But found some good stuff over the past few weeks. Be showing it all off next time I get in front of the camera. But I'm actually heading out. We're doing the family get-together at my in-laws. Probably even doing a bonfire later. So getting ready to head out real soon, and it's been fun. And hope you like what I got. Hey everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get out there and do a whole lot, so I figured, hey, while I'm inside, why not do another game grab video? Because you probably already guessed it, I've got some games. This one's a little bit of a hodgepodge of stuff. It's kind of equal parts games, equal parts gaming stuff. Just gonna throw that out there. If it sticks, cool. If not, whatever. This is just stuff I've gotten over the past several weeks. The game finding has kind of slowed down just a little bit. I'll explain the future of Erik's Got Games at the end of this whole thing. Yes, the shows will continue, but I do have some I need to kind of explain. But enough of that stuff. We're just gonna get right into it. Nothing. I have this thing stuff stacked, so there's going to be a good amount of stuff, at least I feel. I think it's a lot. Hopefully it's a lot to others. Of course, we got to start off with some wrestling stuff. The very last WWE related item that I could find at Ollie's, which would be the Best of Raw 2010. Memorable things going on in 2010. Bret Hart returns to the WWE. Nexus invades Raw and destroys John Cena. I remember that. That was actually pretty cool. Shawn Michaels, farewell. This was definitely the year of Randy Orton. The Miz had his championship reign. And just all kinds of stuff. I haven't decided if I enjoy 2009 or 2010 more. I do believe 2010 just had a lot more like wow moments, whereas 9 was just more quality, I guess. But I just got done watching 108 pay-per-views and writing written reviews on all of them for a group I'm in called Nerdtopia, and it's taken me quite a long time to do that. I think I started back in September or October. I think it was very early October, and I finally just got done with it. So I can't remember 09 and 010, but that still some really big-time things there. Got some games here for the PS2. Got Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. I never played a Ratchet & Clank game. I keep hearing everyone tell me it's an amazing game. I am looking to get the first couple of these before I play this. And then I went to GameStop, traded in a copy of Watch Dogs that I was not playing for 2 games that I heard pretty good things about. One, of course, being Skyrim and Battlefield 3 Limited Edition. Funny thing about this is a buddy of mine was telling me how he said this is a very good game, and I do agree, but there are a lot of weird things about it that I really wasn't liking. The sound, just kept cutting out at random points. I noticed that graphics would take a minute to fully render, and things were just clipping in and out. But other than that, the game was extremely fun. The story is a little jumbled, but it was still a lot of fun. I'm actually waiting to get Gold Edition again from Xbox Live, and I'm looking forward to playing this on some multiplayer. So, good stuff on that. Also, went out garage sailing last weekend. Didn't really find a whole lot of games. I actually just stopped at a Pawn King over on Route 11, and I just picked up some stuff there, and I ended up getting The Blob 2 for Wii, which is cool because I have the first and I have the second, and I got a special, it doesn't say it is, but it has the cool sleeve, but a copy of Fallout New Vegas. I'm still working on Fallout 3, which reminds me I really should start playing. Again, I haven't played in a week or so. So I got those. I think I paid $10 for these two, which isn't bad. Fallout New Vegas easily goes around around $8 to $10 at GameStop, and Blob 2 I think goes for about $5. So I saved a few bucks on that, and it was worth it altogether. Then I stopped at the Thrifty Shopper over on Route 31, and I'm just getting a copy of Tony Hawk 4 for PS2. Fun fact, I think this is the very last Tony Hawk game I stopped playing after playing it because, I don't know, I played Tony Hawk 3 on the original Xbox, and it was a lot of fun because it had the old maps plus the maps that were released with the game, and I played 4 and it was good, but it felt a lot like the same thing, and I never got into American Wasteland or Project 8. So this is right about when I stopped. Just the series at that point just felt like it was getting too saturated, and it wasn't necessarily for me. Also got, at that same Thrifty store, I got a couple of complete guides for some video games that I'm a huge fan of, and I got them for $3 a piece. The guy had a huge stack of guides, and a lot of them weren't that good. Tomb Raider Legends, I haven't played it. Kane and Lynch 2, which I did not like. The Bourne Ultimatum, but they did have 2 guides that I really wanted because I'm a huge fan of the games, and so is my wife. And that would be the first Assassin's Creed and the second Assassin's Creed. Altogether, paid $6 for these guides. I couldn't ask for a better deal than that. I really couldn't. I love those games, and I love searching those games, and I know there isn't really much as far as like bonuses for collecting them. However, I do like doing those kind of things. I guess I'm just weird like that. Also out garage sailing, a guy had a bunch of GameStop signs and extra just stuff he was selling, and he did have a Legend of Zelda gold cart, which I was thinking about getting just as a bonus, but he wanted $15 for it. Still cheaper than what it's being sold for. However, he wasn't really moving off 15, and I didn't have that much money with me, and I really didn't want to blow a good amount of it on just one game, especially if I already have a copy that I very much enjoy. But he did have these displays, and for $1 I got the GameStop box display for the Stick of Truth. I love this game, Sarah loves this game, and really excited that it's getting a sequel. Sequel is going to be based off the superhero Coon and Friends, so this is cool because it caters to the Dungeons and Dragons, which I do like and I do play, but Coon and Friends, I can't wait to try that out because I'm more of a superhero nerd than a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. Also, while I was out garage sailing, I found some magazines and a playing guide. No, they're not Nintendo Power. It's actually another magazine I used to collect outside of Game Pro magazine, and that was Tips and Tricks. Just sit that there. Pandora, stop. Every time I have the camera out, she keeps rubbing up against the legs. Cut it out, you. You're so adorable, even though you are a pain. Sorry if the camera keeps moving. So yeah, I got Tips and Tricks 77. If you don't remember these, it was kind of like Nintendo Power in a weird way, but it catered mainly to all systems. Like like right here in this one, it's there's a Metal Gear Solid 2 hints and map guides for the first mission. Then they'd have a section for stuff that was coming out, bonuses, but primarily, like I'd say about a good 2/3, if not half the book, were all just codes, cheat codes that you could enter to do really cool things. I think I remember the very first Tips and Tricks I got that was all Tony Hawk 1 and 2 codes, which was pretty awesome. So I got number 75, number 76, number 77, which has Crazy Taxi stuff on it. I love Crazy Taxi. 88 and 97, but that's not all. Also in there is another game manual that I got, and I figured why not, because I love this series, and that's the Star Wars Rogue Squadron series, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. I don't think I have this game, but I love this series. Ever since I played the first one for the N64, I can't get enough of it. Got all 6 of these for $1.25 a piece, so $1.50, and this will all go to my Now magazine and Player's Guide collection. Can't beat that. I'll be honest, that day, last weekend going garage sailing, the finds were not good. I don't know if that was because people were going out way early. I heard a few people tell me that a lot of people showed up like an hour beforehand looking for stuff, and they just caved and just sold it to them. And I have 2 problems with that too, and if anyone's watching this and you take offense to this, okay, respect the game and respect the fact that there are people who are following these rules. I understand if you're making an appointment or if there's a little extra incentive for the buyer. However, for those people who actually do this as their hobby, it's kind of a kick right between the legs. But through the majority of the day, I was going to a few garage sales, and I asked, because you always ask. You always have to ask at a garage sale. You always ask. I've walked into a garage sale where there was nothing. They asked, "Oh, what are you looking for?" And I say, "Oh, I'm looking for toys, board games, video games," and they'll always say, "Oh, well, we got some in the house." But a lot of it all day was this. Oh, the garage sale started at 9, but someone showed up at 7:30 and offered to take everything for an extra $20 more. And to that, I'm like, well, if that's the case, then I'm powerless to it, really. I was more upset about the whole situation because it's like these people will post on Craigslist and various websites about garage sales. Well, hello there, princess. Hi. You good? They will post starts at 9, no early birds, and a lot of these, and the thing is a lot of these I will check and they will say no early bird, starts promptly at 9. I'll show up at 9 and they'll say, oh, someone came about a half hour or an hour ago and they bought all the stuff, and it's just like, well, if that's the case, then don't put no early birds. It's kind of, it's like, what's the point? If you're just going to sell the stuff, then seriously, I can play this game too. Okay, I'm used to working nights and early mornings, so I can get up early. And I will promise you this, 9 times out of 10 I will win, because I guarantee you, I could probably beat them to the punch on it. Will it actually happen? Probably not, but, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. It's the fact that if you're going to sell the stuff early, then don't put no early birds, no early arrival, starts firmly at 9. Don't, I know people sometimes call ahead and they'll ask and they'll be like, oh, well, if you sell it to me early, I'll give you extra money. That's fine. But if that's the case, then remove what you're selling off there so people don't end up having to drive out and it becomes a waste of time. It's kind of a dog eat dog kind of situation out here. It's becoming increasingly difficult to find stuff at garage sales. Will it discourage me too? Not really. It just means I won't be going out nearly as much. So I'll just remain going to Thrifty Shopper at some community sales. But moving along, because that's going to kind of come at the very end. One garage sale I went to had a lot of board games, had a lot of toys. Unfortunately, a lot of them were just girl toys, and I don't really collect them. The cool thing is with toys and clothes, sometimes me or Sarah will buy them and we'll give them to the children of our youth pastor, and to some of the parents who just had kids. So we'll go out and we'll buy toys and clothes for them, because we're like, well, we don't have kids yet, so why not? We'll spend a little money, because especially with toys and kids clothes, they are so cheap. But I happened to find some things at one garage sale. As I said, I was at this garage sale. I'm getting way off track. I do apologize. It's been a minute. I'm a little tired. Went there, asked if they had games. They said no. I said, do you have DVDs? They said yes, because I do also like to collect movies. Maybe I'll do a movie collection someday. Points me to the movie section. It is all girls' movies. And the problem with girls' movies is I don't know what young children now like, so and I just don't bother. But if it's Disney, I'll take a chance on it. Unfortunately, it was all like really, really cheesy movies. So anyway, I'm getting ready to leave, and I noticed there's a box that says free on it, and I found 2 games from Tiger that I was a huge, huge fan of growing up. I think they still work. They're acting kind of funny. Maybe they just need to have the batteries changed. But one of them is Lights Out, and the other one is Henry. And the premise of these games is really simple. All the lights, or various lights, will light up on all of these. And your job is to press them and get all lights out on both of these. It's a really fun game. I had tons and tons and tons of fun playing it. These are definitely hour killers, because you're going to get lost, because there's a lot of strategy behind this. These are both for free. They both do work, but they just need batteries. I do think they might need a little bit of a cleaning too. But these are free. I remember when I was growing up, these are about like $10-20 each, and I love these games. Between the puzzle solving aspect and the fact that it uses your brain, and Pandora's back there making a lot of noise, which is making me extremely nervous. Get out of there. There we go. Almost done here. And then on Monday, I went out thrift shopping with the wife. Didn't really find much. Stopped at a Salvation Army. Didn't really find anything. Went to a thrift store next to... everything's falling on me now. Went to the Thrifty Shopper in North Syracuse next to Maine's, and worst dream come true. I see 4 guys on smartphones going through every single video game, and I don't have the world's best vision, but I'm looking over and they're on price charting and eBay, and they're obviously... I'm like, oh, okay. And one guy was looking at a steering wheel, and I heard him talking to his buddy like, it's on eBay. Someone has a buy now for 30, so I could sell it for about 35. While he's doing that, I'm looking at it, and I notice, I'm like, oh, okay, well, first of all, it connects to a PC, and it's also massively out of date, so you're not getting anything for it. So while they're doing that, they also failed to realize that there was a Sony PlayStation 2 Ace, gotta look at it because I know I'm going to pronounce it, an AC adapter right there that I got for $1. So while they're trying to buy old technology from years ago, I happened to find the missing AC adapter to a PlayStation 2 that they were selling bare earlier that weekend. I think it was just the console, no cords, no controllers, no memory card. They were selling it for $10. And I found the power cord for $1. And the cool thing about these is that everyone's always looking for one. So for $1, I'm not going to pass that up. Didn't really find much the end of the day. However, I did stop at the new Goodwill over on, it's still Route 11. I got to get used to Cicero. Stopped at that Goodwill. Didn't really find anything. I found some good stuff, but I decided to pass on it. But on the way out, I noticed that they had a sealed Xbox 360 game, and it's a Rock Band game that I don't have. So for $5, I got a sealed mint condition copy of Lego Rock Band. I love the Lego games. I can spend hours and hours on them as long as they're not all Star Wars, because no offense to the Star Wars Lego games, some of them do get really boring. And I like all the Rock Band games, and now I can add this to my collection. I believe that's all of the Rock Band expansions except for Country Pack 2 and maybe one or two of just like the extra bonus packs that were released in physical form. And I'm just about done with everything Rock Band and Guitar Hero. I know I'm missing smash hits on Guitar Hero, and I think I'm only missing 3 packs on the Rock Band, but they're all inexpensive. But $5 for this is awesome. I went online and checked out price. I see prices ranging on this for brands making new from between 15 to 30. I don't plan on selling this. If I were, I'd probably just ask about 10 on it because it's Lego Rock Band. It's not a crazy expensive game, but I love Legos and I love Rock Band. So for $5, I'm definitely not gonna pass that up. So that's gonna about do it. I have one more thing. The one Thrifty Shopper near my house on 31. I looked and I sweeped the store twice, didn't have anything. This was 2 weeks ago. Sweep the store a couple times, didn't have anything, and then on the way out, I noticed they had something sitting on display for $5, and I knew I had to have it, and that is a Wii storage tower, which this thing is awesome. Hang your guitar for your Guitar Hero games here, your racing wheel here, accessories and controllers here. You can also put controllers, I'm trying to do this without controller ports up here, Wii motes, nunchucks up here. Store your games on the shelves, here, and here, and then put the Wii on the bottom. It is a little dirty, but you know what? I love collecting stuff like this. Then the only other thing I would consider the step up, obviously, were ones that be a lot bigger and have more storage, but obviously like the kiosks. Unfortunately, those don't go cheap. But for $5, it helps because would like to make room for other storage in here. So that's pretty much everything I've got over the last several weeks. Pretty good stuff. Everything mainly gaming related, except for those two those two Tiger games I got. But real quick, I just wanted to say that the game collecting for me is going to be slowing down just a little bit for financial reasons. We're fine, we're not having issues. Just that financially right now, with what me and my wife are making, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to go out all the time. Will I make exceptions? Absolutely. It just means I'm not going to go out garage selling every week. It probably means I won't even go thrift storing, which is, as it sounds, you hit every thrift store, Salvation Army, and Goodwill all day, every day, or not all, pretty much all day in the Overland area. That's not going to happen every single week either. But what I am going to start doing is I'm going to start probably buying on Amazon more, because I'm finding out really quickly that instead of just going out and taking the gamble and coming home miserable because I'm not finding anything, I can just buy stuff cheap on Amazon. And the cool thing about that is my wife loves to order books and all kinds of goodies off Amazon too, and because there's that free shipping after $35 thing, it just works out just fine. So I'll be probably doing that a little more often. So that's really that. The videos will probably be every week to every 2 weeks. I have a feeling this is deja vu. I feel like I said this in the last video. I don't know if I did or not, but anyway. The Game Find videos aren't going to be happening nearly as often right now. I'm hoping that will change once we get out of August. As far as other projects right now, the one thing I'm working on is getting a working decent microphone for the desktop that we have out there, because doing Let's Plays are going to be the next project. Tried wrestling, it was fun. It's not really sticking the way I want it to. Movie reviews are fun, but I'm realizing really quick that it's a very difficult market to get in. It's a difficult video market to get into. Will I do it? Absolutely, I will still do it. It's just not going to happen on a weekly basis. So everything's just going to start stretching itself out good. It'll take a lot of tension off me. It'll take a lot of pressure off me between work and everything going on at home, and in between all that and family. It's just it's making myself some time. So with all of that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. Getting really close to that 100 subscriber count. I will be doing a special giveaway video once I do hit that magic number. And my big goal will be to finally have something on YouTube, gaming related, video game on, like, an actual Let's Play by August. If not August, the beginning of September. I want to have at least one thing up. I haven't decided on what game that's going to be, but knowing me, it'll probably be like a last minute random thing. So anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. I really do appreciate it. To everyone that watches me, it's really encouraging that people like what I do, and it's really heartfelt and warming, and I really do appreciate it. I can't articulate enough how much that means to me. It means a lot to Pandora because she hasn't left my side. She's like, yep, that's right. It means that much to my daddy. So, until next time, guys, thank you so much, and I will have some games next time.